Okay, so this is my husband Carl,
Hi, world.
and a lot of people ask about letters during basic, so I figured we could ask him all about it.
Okay.
So, so when do you learn your address when you get to basic?
I was about, I want to say like a week and a half or 2 weeks after I got there. Because your first few, I think my first 10 or 11 days, you stayed on a different ship than was going to be the one you graduated from. So you had to wait to move into the actual ship in the actual compartment so they knew where you actually were going, where your actual address was going to be, and your division number and stuff like that. So I think it was about 2 weeks after I got there.
And how do family members get your address?
We actually send a letter out to our family members, and it's like a pre-printed up letter. We just write the name in and then write the address on it. And then when you receive that letter, it'll have our address printed into the thing, and we just change our division number and the ship number. It's actually in the printed little, it's like a 3 or 4 page letter, all about graduation day and stuff like that.
Okay, and when can you first start receiving letters?
You don't receive any letters until after you're done processing, or with P days is what they call it. And for me, unfortunately, I got stuck over the holidays, so that was a little longer than usual. But on average, it's probably about 2 weeks 2 weeks after they leave for boot camp, they start receiving letters, and then they'll start collecting about 2 weeks in.
So you can, how often do they collect letters from you?
They collect letters every Sunday after holiday routine. It's from 7 to 1 in the afternoon. It's just the first half of Sundays is for uniform, like just sewing buttons and stuff like that. But most of the shipmates in my division use that time to write letters and polish their boots, and that was about it. And at the end of that, about 5 minutes before the end of that, they'll start collecting letters, and they get them all collected up into a bag, and then they'll put it all in the office, and then they carry them down Monday morning, and they get sent out of the building Monday morning and then distributed.
So you're saying to me earlier that then recruits should number their envelopes, right?
Yeah, that's the easiest way to keep them in order, because about halfway through when I was in boot camp, we started doing letter writing on Tuesdays and Thursdays for 30 minutes a night, and I would finish a letter on Tuesday and one more on Thursday, and then 2 or 3 letters on Sunday usually. So the only way to really keep them in order is to either write the date on every single one, or just put a number in the bottom right corner of the outside of the envelope. And then that way you'll know what order your recruit wrote the letters in, and they'll know what order you wrote them in, so they can kind of keep a timeline of when the letters were actually written and how things are actually going.
So how often do you get mail call?
We get mail every day. I think it was Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. Tuesday through Friday. Sorry. And then, because I think it was Tuesday through Friday, because Saturday and Sunday is a weekend, so we don't receive any mail, obviously. And I think Monday is the day where they sort out the mail from that big, huge weekend of mail that was all written and put into outside envelope or boxes and everything that gets there Friday after they distribute it to the divisions. So I think they take Monday to distribute the mail and sort it out properly, and then they send everything up to us. So Tuesday is the day that we get most of the mail we get for the week.
Okay, and sorry, how much time do you actually get to write?
We got 30 minutes, like I said, Tuesday and Thursday, but that didn't start until my 4th or 5th week. So I don't know if that's like each division gets that time as they get further along, or if it was just something they started doing when I happened to be there during my 4th or 5th week. But we got 30 minutes a day, Tuesdays and Thursdays, and then we got as much time as you could use on Sunday for holiday routine. So I used most of my time to write letters on Sundays, because I had a lot of letters to write. But and then there are times where your recruit will write letters after taps. They're technically not supposed to.
After taps is after lights out,
after
right?
we go to bed, right? Yeah, it's after they put us in bed. They turn out all the lights except the red ones, and then a lot of us would lay there and read our mail by those red lights, or we would write letters and stuff like that. So you can find time, but you're technically not supposed to. But we do anyways.
So what did you want in your letters?
The biggest thing for me was pictures, safe, clean pictures, just, pictures of family with their pets, or, sporting events, or just some stuff that you're doing that's normal, to kind of keep your recruit realizing that there is a normal life outside of there. because it's really, really easy to fall into just the pattern of boot camp every single day. It's the same thing. You wake up at 6, chow is 30 minutes later. About an hour later, you go to first class. Chow's at 11:30. You PT after that. Taps is at 22. It's just very printed and scheduled, and just anything that keeps you feeling normal. Like talk about your day at work, or your sister's day at school, or your brother got a job, or anything like that. Anything to make it feel normal again.
Okay, so you put some tips in your in my notes, and
Yes.
some of them, like you put no red pens.
Right. Don't use light-colored red ink. Dark red ink that looks almost black is probably okay, but like blue, purple, black, dark colors are best because, like I said before, if you're reading your mail at night by those red lights that are in the ceiling, the bright red ink will not show up at all. You'll have to like lean and kind of like try to catch the light as a reflection. It just doesn't work. Okay. So black, blue is best.
No glitter?
Oh, for the love of God, no glitter. No, don't use glitter. Because if the glitter gets in our uniforms, it shows up pretty well because these aren't glittery. Then our RDCs notice, and our RDCs get mad at us because we have glitter on our uniforms. And then it's just not fun. So no glitter.
No musical cards?
No musical cards because when you get them, you'll open them and it'll start making a bunch of noise. And everybody will be like, oh, your mom sent you a musical card for your birthday. And then they'll make fun of you. And then your RDCs will take them and they'll disconnect the battery from the card. And if they do it wrong, the card will never work again. But if they do it right, then you just have to reconnect it. But either way, it's just a pain. You get made fun of. It's not pretty.
Okay. No stickers on the outside of envelopes.
Yeah, that's kind of... No stickers is the best bet. Just don't do it. But if you're going to put stickers on the envelope, if you're determined to put stickers other than the stamp on the envelope, just like animals or like Toy Story characters or something like that, something child-friendly. If an 8-year-old would be happy to see it, you're probably safe. Cars, stuff like that is good. But
no food?
Do not send food. Don't think it would be cute to send gum and think, oh, their RDCs will never... They'll know. Every time, 100% of the time, they know.
No porn?
No adult anything. If, like I said before, if an 8-year-old would be happy to see it, you're fine. If a 13-year-old would want to see it but wouldn't want their parents to know about it, don't send it. I had a guy in my division, who shall remain nameless, receive an adult magazine in the mail. And while he received it, probably the 4th or 5th letter that was passed out. And then he opened it and brought it up and said, I didn't ask for this. He tried to play it smart. He said, I didn't ask for this. I don't want it. You can take it. Get rid of it. Shred it. I don't care. And they put him in the push-up position. And every time our RDC passed out a couple of letters, he would say down, up. And the kid sat there doing push-ups for a good 15 minutes. He probably did 80 or 90 push-ups. But he didn't stand once. So don't send adult material. No naughty pictures, no risky pictures, no magazines, nothing. Just please, for their sake, don't do it.
Okay, and what does the RDC see of your mail?
There's a lot of rumors that says the RDCs will read everything. Like, they open the mail, they read the mail letter, and then they pass it out to you to make sure there's nothing in it. They can't open their mail. That's just how it is, and no matter where you are. They can't open the mail. But they must see every picture that is sent. So if you just send handwritten letters the whole time, then there's no problem. But they have to verify every picture that's sent to make sure it doesn't have anything adult in it or anything like that. So when you're sending pictures, just keep in mind that the RDCs are seeing every single one that they send, unless your recruit is hiding them. And just hope that they don't, because if they get caught, it's a lot worse than just showing them a picture and getting yelled at for it. Okay,
and lastly, how much do letters mean to the recruits?
Letters are by far the most important thing about basic training. The RDCs will tell you that, you should focus on learning the material they're teaching you and stuff like that, and there's plenty of time to do that. So don't feel bad about sending 4 to 5 letters a week, or 4 to 5 letters a day. Send as many as you can write. If your hand cramps up and you can't write anymore, type them. I mean, they're the only thing that will keep your recruit grounded, because the RDC's goal is to make them into a sailor first and a citizen second. And that has its place, and I think it's a good thing to be able to be a sailor 100% of the time, but you can't forget who your family is. That's the most important part. So make sure you send as many letters as you can possibly send, and as many stamps as you possibly can send. And you can send envelopes and stationery So don't feel bad about sending manila envelopes, the big ones like that, full of just paper and envelopes and stamps, and then a letter at the bottom that says, I didn't want you to run out of stuff, with a smiley face or a heart or something. Letters are the most important part of social interactions that any person in boot camp can have.
Okay. Thank you, baby.
You're welcome.
All right, bye.